Door-dashing around black folks is exhausting. Video by Kiana Vision. Let's check this out. Let me know if any of y'all have done DoorDash before and if you share the same sentiment, because I have my own thoughts, but let's hear what she got to say.
I just received a contract violation on Doordash. You guys know I Doordash, saying that I falsely reported a store closed when it wasn't closed. Why would I accept an order, drive all the way to the location just to report the store closed, to possibly get half of the payment instead of all of it? That doesn't make sense. And see, when you get too many contract violations, you are in danger of losing your account. Losing my account would mean that I cannot provide for myself right now, because that's...
Don't look at it like that. If you lose your account, like, if you DoorDash a lot, you'll get random violations for stuff and you might not agree with it. But hey, there's Walmart Spark, there's Uber Eats, there's other things that you can do. And as far as stores being closed and having to report it, that's something when I used to DoorDash, I never had a problem with. It was one time where there was a shooting at the restaurant I was supposed to be picking up from, so I couldn't even get close to it. And the thing is, when you're reporting it closed, you have to take a picture of the door showing that the lights is off and all of that stuff. And I couldn't even get close to it. So that was like the only time I had an issue with that.
What I'm doing. I'm door dashing to provide for myself, amongst other things. But DoorDash is a significant stream of income. You guys wonder why I talk about the black community and why I'm so adamant on not trying to drown out what's actually going on amongst black and poor people, and stop trying to sugarcoat it and make it look like all black people are saints with halos. And stores have black people in them, and I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck if you're talking about Popeyes, fucking McDonald's, Wendy's, any store that black people work, they will shut down the whole fucking store. And I've dealt with this for years. I've been door dashing for years. They will shut down the entire store like a McDonald's and say it's closed when it's not, just so they can hang out in there, just so they can chill in there. You know how many times people have told me stores were closed and I had to learn to be like, well, I have to report that it's closed. And then they say, what's your order? Why would you say that after I say, well, I have to report it? Because you're lying.
Dang, where does she live at? I never had this problem right here again, but just as far as dealing with black people who work at, fast food joints and things like that, they will a lot of times be short staffed, right? They'll be short staffed, so they will focus on one aspect. Like sometimes they'll say, oh, we're not doing DoorDash orders right now. It'll be like one person in the kitchen and one person in the drive-thru working at the moment. So I understand that and just move along, drop the route or call support and, just keep it moving with my day. But I feel like if any time someone's telling you the store is closed, yeah, just tell them like, I got to report it closed, or, call support and say, look, they said it's closed. They're telling me it's closed. I see them in there. I don't know what's going on, but they're telling me it's closed. And, usually they'll just take you off of that order and you'll move on with your day.
So you see, these type of actions are so inconsiderate because you think that just because you don't want to make one fucking meal or two meals or do your job that you're getting paid to do. You're getting paid to do these jobs. You will put somebody else's account at risk. I lost my DoorDash account years ago because of this. I was DoorDashing in a predominantly black neighborhood where they would say, hand it to me. Because you have the option to say, leave it at the door, hand it to me. They would all say they didn't get their food so that they can get a free meal. When you do stuff like that, it falls on somebody else.
Now, that's something I did deal with a couple of times, but usually, again, it gets like when you talk to support, it gets resolved. Like I think it was like some Chick-fil-A or something. They told me to, but I think it was contactless, right? I was supposed to just leave it outside, but they were literally waiting at the end of the driveway. I handed it to them, marked it as, handed it to customer, and kept on moving with my day. And after a while, after this incident, I stopped marking it as I handed it to customer and just always literally took a picture of me handing it to them. So I didn't have to deal with that because people will, and it's not just black people, right? It's more so the impoverished neighborhood. Same thing with people not tipping, right? And you go into a trailer park or you go into a project housing or something like that, you know that you're probably not going to get as good of a tip as if you are delivering in a nicer area.
close my account, are you going to take care of my fucking children? I can dispute it through DoorDash, but I don't have proof to say that one of you motherfuckers came outside and lied and said, oh, we're closed when you're not closed. I go up to the drive-thru when all the lights are on, but all of y'all are hiding by the fucking fry machine so that you don't have to do your job. Who told you that you can close fucking McDonald's or Popeyes early because you want to? Who told you that you can lie and say you can't fulfill that order and you don't have the items just because you don't want to? And you see why I talk about the arrogance of the black community, because their behavior, their selfish ways, and their laziness can affect other people and they don't give a fuck.
Look, man, don't never let anything in life get you this upset. And I understand you got responsibilities, but it's always better to think about solutions and other things that you can do in the moment than to literally just let things you can't control. I can't control somebody else wants to be lazy, and working any job is going to be a bunch of variables that you can't control. Just focus on what you can do, and you a lot of times and I actually do know when the store is closed, when you drive there, you do get some of the payment for that. So I don't know what's the actual issue about. Well, I guess people were saying that no, the store isn't closed, or somebody else goes there and that has no problem picking up an order, and then it looks bad on her. So yeah, but don't let these things get you this upset.
This is stressful to think that I could lose my account again when I'm doing what I'm supposed to do because y'all want to just slack off by the end of the day and you don't want to work. Why the fuck did you sign up for a job? Why the fuck did you sign up for a job? Not only that, I realized that they can see how much we make. And if they think that we're making too much per order, they can go slow and not give you your meal, because black people hate fucking each other. And every time you see somebody doing a little good, you sit there and try to hold them back. Mind you, not even consider, you're just like, oh, she made enough or whatever the fuck y'all are thinking. I don't even know how to explain that, but y'all are doing it. Y'all are one.
I don't know, man. I feel like sometimes the energy you put out is the energy you get back in this world. I don't know nothing about this lady right here, but she seems like she is the type to walk into the building with an attitude. That's not, I never had or never felt like the people saw how much I was making and decided that, oh yeah, we're going to take extra long because they're making a lot of money. Now, I've seen people who they don't get paid. Like, okay, you go into a restaurant where servers there and those servers have to hand you your food. They're going to take care of their tables and all that stuff before you because they're not making any money from you. Now, I've seen people who move like that, but never these situations that she's having.
100% going slow and having an attitude when you see somebody coming there door dashing just because you want to. We are using our own fucking vehicle. So if we do get paid a little bit more than you do an hour, it goes back into the fucking vehicle. And what's it to you? Y'all even do stupid, it's just stupid petty shit. And I know because I sit there and I talk to other dashers waiting on their food, and it's always the same stories. We complain about the same shit because y'all are just so fucking inconsiderate. You can go through the drive-thru. You know the fucking lobby is closed, but just because you want to just have fun, oh Lord, you need to come in, ma'am. I go to the door. The fucking door is closed. Do you know how long people are waiting in the drive-thru line to get an order, and you're lying just because you don't want to, just because you just...
And that's one thing I never did is sit in a long drive-thru line. If I pulled up somewhere and the line was long and the order wasn't worth waiting for, again, you drop the order. I know that affects your completion rate sometimes, but if you wait like 10 minutes, it'll let you drop it regardless. And sometimes it's just better to move on to the next order than to spend 30-40 minutes waiting at one restaurant. And as far as sometimes like I said, these people aren't PhD doctors and stuff like that working at these places. So you might go through the drive-through and they'll be like, oh no, you got to come in, and then you get to the door is locked, and the person at the door is confused and say you need to go back to the drive-through. Just explain to them what's going on, and if you feel like it's some BS, just remove yourself from the situation. Like, you got to have that abundance mindset, like it's going to always be another opportunity, a better opportunity, and some more money down the line.
Want to? How the fuck? do I explain? This is why I say I try to explain the pettiness and the fucking crab in the barrel mentality in the black community because it's unfucking believable. I've had conversations with other dashers who say they just close the lobby whenever they want to. I've been to lobbies at 7:30 p.m. and the lobby is closed. You go through the drive-through, they have you sit in there for fucking 30 minutes, and then as soon as you be like, "Hello, are you there?" Like, I'm finna report it. What can I get for you? This is so frustrating. And then you got black fucking intellectuals online talking, there's no black on black crime. We just dance to the beat of the drums in the hood, and we're just so no. Niggas is sabotaging each other. If I lose my fucking account, even if it's not reporting that the store is closed and it's not actually closed, I can't walk into a fucking business without bitches and niggas rolling their fucking eyes at me like I did something to them.
Yeah, she got an issue with everything at this point. Every aspect, she needs to find a new gig because every aspect of DoorDash and she does not like. And sometimes the job just not for you. Sometimes it's just not.
Y'all are fucking out of line, and you need to stop doing that. If you're going to be a part of society, you need to act like you are grateful or appreciative for the things that you have. Stop sabotaging each other. Stop fucking stealing. Stop saying shit that's not true. Because if I lose my fucking job, are you gonna help me? No, because there's no fucking community in the black community. Y'all don't help each other. All you do is look and speculate at the drama once it unfolds.
She must only deliver in the hood. Like, that's got to be her problem. Sometimes you got to take a little extra 10-15 minute drive to the nice side of town and start your dashing over there because, like I said, the tips will be better. It's not a people, well, it's not a race thing. This is no matter where you go. You can go into your local little Mexico neighborhood. You can go to the black neighborhood. You can go to the trailer park with the white people. It doesn't matter. If they are in an impoverished place, you're going to deal with more problems. Could be people stealing, less tips, and it doesn't matter the race. If it's a nice neighborhood, it could be from the Middle East, from Africa, from Europe, or regular white people or Americans and all of that. It doesn't matter. If they got a nice big house, they're probably going to give you a better tip. It's just what it is.
Why the fuck?
People who already have like an abundance in their life, it's easy for them to give more because them giving more, that energy always comes back to them, and they know that. Versus the impoverished people feel like they that extra $2-3 that they could have tipped you is like a huge inconvenience to them.
Would you say the store is closed if it's not fucking closed? I've had times where I told you stories on here where the entire Wendy's came outside to fucking fight me because I asked them a question.
God damn.
They said, "Ma'am, somebody picked up the order already." I said, "So I'm trying to understand, like, so did they pick it up? Like, what? How did they pick it up if it's still in the app? Because this happens a lot, and y'all figured out another."
That does happen a lot now when people, I don't know if it's Dasher stealing it or what, or they're just not marking it that they picked it up. But the order being already picked up does happen a lot. But usually, like I say, you just mark it in the app. If it doesn't let you mark it in the app, call support and boom, on to the next order. It's usually not this big of an issue as she's making it.
The fucking scam, how to get free food. You get the fuck on and coming outside to fucking fight me. Are you serious? Another and I'm gonna call him that because that's what the fuck he was. Another down at the McDonald's, out the window, gas me on, whatever, bitch, pull up, ho, pull up, out the fucking window, doing all of that. I don't even remember why. I'm not disrespectful. I think I made a slick ass response because he was being rude. Then you want to fight me out of the fucking McDonald's window? This is what black fatigue is. People are not getting on here because they fucking hate themselves. People are getting on here because we're sick and tired. Why the fuck does everything have to be on the verge of me losing it? Me getting robbed, my children getting into fights with y'all children. Y'all don't know how to act. I gotta get my eyes rolled. I gotta get poor customer. Everywhere I fucking go where niggas are, this is how the fuck y'all act. This is how the fuck y'all act. When are you gonna fucking do better? Why the fuck would you report the store? Why would you come outside and say the store's closed if it's not closed? This is what I mean when I say black people think they're bigger than the fucking program. You do not get to close down a fucking McDonald's because you want to.
Okay. Yeah, she's very, very upset. Like I said, I think she should get a new career. Y'all kind of already heard my thoughts. I guess I don't think it's a black people problem. Sometimes it is. I mean, if that's the neighborhood, but it is less has to do with these people race, but more has to do with them being in a survival mentality. Usually, poor people are more lazy, and sometimes if they're closing the store early, that's something that just happens. If it's 30 minutes left in there, y'all have worked regular jobs and stuff like that before. Y'all already know. You already starting to clean up and get stuff right. And every person that walks in there, regular customer or DoorDasher, towards the end of your shift, you kind of mad at them. You're kind of mad at them just because, it's like, what I'm saying, you trying to go home. You trying to go home, and that's what it's about at the end of the day. I think she should pick a different area or pick a different job. Simple as that.